like, how bad is the lower back? I mean, is it really hurting and stiff and tight and troublesome because it's taking the pressure of when my, you know, my glutes should be working and they're not doing enough work? Is my back just always done in because of it's taking the job of thing too much? You know, maybe, but I know everybody's different sizes and shapes and that everything, but because of my problem with my feet, I think having they call it a sway back and you know, the pelvic tilt, having all of that on top of having problems with my feet is not, it's not a good combination. So although other people might have a sway back, or then other people might have an anterior pelvic tilt, I don't know if many people have, you know, both. And even if they do, they don't have the feet that I've got. So it's just a bad combination, but I still feel like maybe I can improve my posture, like I'm strengthening my legs at the moment. I'm activating the glutes, I'm trying to strengthen the glutes as well. And so I still am determined to try and improve my posture. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I feel like maybe I could try and, you know, get my head to move more straighter. Like instead of leaning forward all the time, I'm trying to think. I saw a video about, you know, it's better to have you shift your body weight backwards. So I feel like I'm always leaning forwards. I've always got my head over my feet. You know, and if I can try and get if I stand more upright, it might help, but less. You know what it's like, if your head's leaning forward, it's more strain on your back.
Well, yeah, it is.
But it's hard to correct a bad habit of, you know, all your life. So, but I still think I'm trying and keep working hard on that one. And, yeah. But that machine I bought, I think, is a real good machine, and it allows the pressure to come off of my back for a bit. So I'm really pleased I got that machine. But I still need to work on other parts of like I've strengthened my, let's call it, I don't even know which muscles I'm strengthening, but if I've strengthened, say, the glute maximus, I need to now think, right, what do I do next to strengthen the other glute medius or minima, whatever it's called. And then there's the inside hip. Is it the inner thigh, the outer thigh, the psoas, is it? I need to try to, like, maybe do certain exercises that are targeting all the muscles in the air, you know, and even the abs, you know, try and activate those a bit more, and the obliques.
Yeah.
So I feel this year I've got lots of ideas and things to try, and if I strengthen all these areas, I might find that, you know, like I thought with my glutes were so non-existent, and now that I've got them working again, I've got some flesh to, like, have more of a cushion where I'm sitting down. So I'm not there yet, but I've, you know, found things out and made progress.
And how do you feel after the exercise when you were doing them? Straight after the exercise, do you feel the tiredness, do you feel tense?
Well, I have a routine. Yeah, I have a routine where I stand on that machine and I just tense up my glutes, and I have the pressure off my back because I'm resting on the, you know, the cushion on the machine. So I do that for a bit, and then I'll maybe try and pedal the bike a little bit, and then I get off the bike, and then I stretch my what do you call it? I stretch the hip flexors at the front, you know, the front of my legs at the top, and then after doing that, my back's really hurting, so I have to stretch my I have to stretch the hamstrings. So I stretch the hamstrings last. I always do that last, and I lean over so my back gets to stretch as well. I always finish doing that, and then I'll try and just walk around a bit, and then I try and sit down, and have a drink or something. So I have like an order that I do it in, you know, because all the other things, like my back gets stiffer but then stretching the hamstrings and the back at the end seems to be, I just always have to do that, otherwise I'm on the, on edge and close to a spasm.
Yeah.
So, the very first thing I do now in the morning, I get out of bed and I walk around, swing my arms around, stretch my, just get going, just moving. I don't tie my shoelaces straight away. I don't bend down to do that.
Mhm.
So I just come down the stairs and then I stretch my hip flexors. And it seems like my brain just thinks, oh, what are you doing with those? They're really tight and it hurts. So it takes the pressure off the attention away from my back.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do things like that to distract my brain. And then eventually I might try to stretch my hamstrings. But if I stretch my hamstrings too soon, which is what I was doing about a year ago, I used to get out of bed and try and stretch the hamstrings and asking for trouble. My back would just hurt like mad. So now I sort of am trying to trick my brain into thinking something else is hurting. And then while it's thinking, what are you doing with your hip flexors? I'll then secretly trying to stretch my hamstrings.
Mhm.
And then the lower back. And if I can just get the right window of opportunity, I can stretch, do you know what I mean, with my lower back
Yeah.
without, because if I just stretch my lower back too early in the day, it has the opposite effect. It just sets it off. It goes into like tense even more. So that's kind of what probably happened this morning. I was stretching the lower back too soon.
How many times a day do you do stretch?
Oh, a lot. I'm stretching the hip flexors more than the hamstrings.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know it's not really good to stretch the hamstrings, but I'm doing it just because I kind of need to do that after I've done other things, or just every now and again to stop a spasm perhaps coming. So I'm stretching the hip flexors maybe 8, 9, 10 times,
Okay.
and for quite some time, and I always stretch quite excessively. I really do stretch a lot. Not straight away, I might just stretch a bit and stand in a certain position, hold a half stretch, and then I'll go again and do a 3/4 stretch and then go again and do a full blown, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I will do a stretch until it hurts, almost.
Maybe you shouldn't go that far then, to be honest with you.
Maybe, yeah. I don't do it with the lower back as much. I don't, and I certainly don't when I'm cold, when I've, sort of first half of the day.
Mm-hmm.
But with the hip flexors, I have been stretching excessively. And they don't hurt too much. It's more the hamstrings that hurt than the hip flexors. And yet I've been stretching the hip flexors quite a lot. It's as if I just feel like I need to get more range of motion. I'm trying to undo all the bad habits for years gone by. So
Maybe you should concentrate a little bit on your lower back and not do so much with your hip flexors, to be honest with you. Of course, not excessively.
yeah,
But
you need to strengthen the lower back muscles more.
yeah, because you need to try to strengthen them over here.
Yeah,
But the problem is because you have the problem in there, you don't want to put much pressure in it.
yeah. No, you're right actually. That's because that machine is very good. I've worked out on that machine, if I just stand on the machine, not doing anything,
Yeah.
it's a isometric hold, I think they call it, and so that's been good. And if I lean back a bit, it tenses the glutes, but if I lean forward, it tenses the lower back, and that's what I'm trying